Hey guys, so today I want to talk about those lingering symptoms that won't go away. Whether you're close to recovery and you just got one or two symptoms left, or we're also talking about those of you that are in the deepest part of your anxiety, the deepest part of the storm that you're trying to get out of, and you have a lot of different symptoms going on, but you have a set of anywhere from 2 to 4 to 5 things that are just the scariest, the most persistent, the most chronic in nature types of symptoms. And I'm going to be explaining those today and why that tends to happen. And trust me, I got plenty of experience with this. I dealt with health anxiety, panic disorder, generalized anxiety disorder for 5 years, but I beat it. And that's why I make videos like this, to help you out. So one of the reasons that you're dealing with these persistent symptoms is that I like to view symptoms as messages. So the reason that these can be continuing is that the message is working. See, your subconscious is trying to save your life. It's trying to tell you that it's scared or this situation is dangerous, whether it's dangerous or not. In the beginning, when we have our anxiety for the first time, we likely were triggered by outside forces, right? Or we were going through a big life change, or we lost somebody, or got divorced, or there was a death in the family, or a job change, or maybe we got triggered by a substance, marijuana or alcohol. Alcohol was my big trigger whenever this all unleashed on my life and my journey got started. But we have something that causes it, then we have the symptoms, and we don't handle it the right way. And again, this applies to you that get out of an old cycle of symptoms and you enter a new one. We don't handle it the right way when we feel something new, right? And granted, guys, it's scary, especially when it's new. What is this? What's this about? Is this anxiety or is this something else? Oh my God, I feel like I'm dying. Is this cancer? Is this a heart problem? We then justify that the symptoms are needed because our inner child, that little version of us, is looking up to us. It wants leadership. Hey, I'm scared because of this, because of that. And what we're supposed to do is say, we're going to be fine. We're going to get out of this. We give context. See, we're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. I love you. Sorry, I haven't been treating you good. Sorry, our relationship hasn't been great. We're going to get out. But what do? We react to the message in a fearful manner, and we put so much focus on it that now the symptom starts to become chronic. And you can probably remember in the beginning of your anxiety, you were triggered, consciously, or some of these symptoms were acute in nature, right? They didn't happen all the time, but you start to practice listening for things and you start to focus on things. And now, that chest pain that might've been intermittent, since it scares you the most and the message is working, it's getting your attention, you're entertaining the message with fear. It becomes a habit of the subconscious and the mind to continue to send you the chest pain or the headaches. And it's different from person to person. We all have our different symptoms that scare us the most. Everybody's unique when it comes to their anxiety journey. But that's one big reason. We respond in a fearful manner to a message, and we justify that message whenever you're like, oh my God, please no, or this is scary. What are these symptoms? Or I'm even at the end, I struggle with this, with the last couple symptoms that I had. For those of you guys that are close to recovery, when is this going to stop? When is this, am I ever going to get out? I start questioning, am I ever going to fully recover? Am I ever going to get, really get past this? Even that annoyance, guys, that frustration can keep those symptoms there. The second reason kind of piggybacks off that. The symptoms that you deal with the most are likely the ones that piss you off the most, the ones that annoy you the most, the ones that frustrate you the most, the ones that you're not willing to accept that anxiety is causing, right? Especially if you have health anxiety. These are the ones that you just can't believe that anxiety could cause. Those are the ones that you get the most tests on. Basically, they're the ones that you put the most focus and negative energy and fear into. And fear is gasoline on an anxiety fire. Again, whenever you give fearful responses to your symptoms or frustrated responses, you're pouring gasoline on an anxiety fire. When have you ever asked your symptoms to go away in a fearful manner and they went away? Probably never. When have you ever begged them to go away and they've went away? No. In fact, what happens whenever you start to do that or put fear or focus into it? It gets worse. The chest pain hurts more. The pulse goes up faster. A perfect example is like white coat syndrome. Please don't let my vitals be high, and your heart starts to pound harder and your blood pressure starts to go up. You got the doctor looking at you all funny. Your headache gets worse, all these different things. This applies to all symptoms. Anxiety is going to do the opposite of what you want it to do. If there's one thing I learned through this whole process, if you want it to just go away, please stop, and you haven't really put in tons and tons of effort to get rid of it and taken the necessary steps, it's going to get worse. The message is going to get louder. Your subconscious is like, no, you're not getting it. I'm scared, and now you're telling me that you're scared too. This is scaring me even more, and it makes perfect sense. It's a little version of you, and it's looking up to you, and if you're shaky and you're scared when it's crying out to you, it's going to cry harder. So it all makes perfect sense, at least to me. The ones that stick around the longest are the ones that annoy you the most, or maybe they're the newest symptoms that you have and you haven't gotten around, to accepting them, or the ones you focus on or fear the most. So the way that we get out of this, guys, I've been preaching it on this channel. I preach it through my coaching. We have to change our response. We can't keep showing the fearful response to the symptoms. If we do that, again, gasoline on anxiety fire, they get worse. You have to change your response. There's tons of different ways to respond to symptoms, from self-love, nurturing, challenging symptoms, which I brought up on this channel, gratitude, sensing the symptom as a message and how would I respond to my inner child, visualization. There's viewing the symptoms as energy. There's tons of different ways. I never sit on here and just be like, just ignore them, just ignore them. Maybe at the tail end of your recovery, that's going to be easy once you make the conscious recovery, but you have to actually put in conscious effort to show your subconscious why these symptoms aren't justified. You got to stop giving it a reason to keep on sending you the message. We have to stop entertaining it with fear. If you're going to entertain it with challenging, entertain it with giving context as to why it's not justified. And towards the end, you'll be a lot better at ignoring it. And whenever you don't care about this symptom anymore, you accept that you're going to recover. You don't have any timetables. You will get past this. Once you get to that level, guys, that's when this thing gets a lot easier, right? You make that conscious recovery. That's what I like to view the conscious recovery as. You accept anxiety 100%. You've changed your lifestyle. You embrace being uncomfortable, and you don't care how long it freaking takes to get that last one or two symptom to go away. Once you stop caring basically about those last few symptoms, that's when they start to fade. If you made it this far in the video, guys, thanks for watching all the way up to this point. Let's keep it simple today. Go down below in the comment section, a great affirmation. I will defeat anxiety. I will defeat anxiety. For more extensive help with your anxiety recovery journey, go down below in the description in the first pinned comment. I got information for my one-on-one coaching that's helping so many freaking people out there. You can get on a phone call with me or multiple phone calls with me, and I can guide you out of this process. It's more personalized because, again, everybody's anxiety is different. You have your own unique story, and I'd love to help you with that. In my course, Elite Anxiety Bootcamp, you can do it on a laptop or your phone at your own pace, close to 100 videos, tons of downloadables, tons of reviews are coming out. I'll share one with you right now. Here's a testimony that I posted just earlier, in fact, on my Instagram by James Hale. To anyone who reads this comment, just remember you will get through it. And if you have hit up Trey for the Elite Anxiety Bootcamp, I suggest you also do the one-on-one coaching. He has a lot of that he can help you with. It's been helping me a lot, and I'm glad I do the one-on-one time with him. Love you, brother Trey, and I know I will kick anxiety in the butt, and I look forward to our next session. So thank you, James, for that testimony. I remember it like it was yesterday, talking to you and helping you get through your storm, and you did amazing. You did amazing. So thank you for that review. So again, guys, take advantage of those resources. They're helping people. They're changing lives. They're helping people get to recovery. Be a part of that. And that course is super affordable. But guys, I love you all. Subscribe if you're new. Please like this video if you got value. Until next time, keep fighting.